How? Johnson again, ole ole. Johnson again. Johnson again. Johnson again, ole ole. Yo! 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 How we doing, man? How we feeling? How are we feeling, bro? How are we feeling? What a beautiful day. September... What is it? September 4th? September 4th. What a beautiful day today is, man. What a lovely day. What a lovely day to go live on this beautiful channel, on this beautiful day with you beautiful people watching. What an amazing day today is. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm happy. I'm extremely happy, man. Did I ever think that this day would come? No, I didn't. Did I ever imagine that I would be sitting here right now going live discussing this very topic? And what topic is that, you might ask? Well, we'll get into it. We will get into it. We will get into it because there is a lot to discuss. A lot. Bro, I can't even, surely there's no way, right? I just gotta make sure that, this isn't just a prank. It's not April. It's not April Fool's. Just gotta make sure that this is legit and that this is actually a reality that we're facing right now. And the fact that Daniel Levy has left Tottenham Hotspur. Daniel Levy is no longer using his little greasy fingers over at Spurs. Daniel Levy is no longer being burdened upon this beautiful club. Spurs finally might. We have to see what's going to happen after Levy, but Spurs potentially finally have our club back. Bro, honestly, if you were to have gone into a coma around May, April time, if you would have gone to a coma around April, May, and you would have woken up right now, honestly, I have no clue what that person would be feeling right now. From the span of May to September 4th, Spurs have won their first trophy in 17 years, their first European trophy in 40-something years. They've also managed to finish 17th, one spot above relegation. On top of that, Spurs have sacked their most successful manager in 40 years. And on top of that, they hired a manager from Brentford and Thomas Frank. And we managed to re-sign Christian Romero after we thought he was going to leave. And we signed Mohamed Kudus and Javi Simmons, two big star players. And we managed to lose Heung-min Son as well, our club captain. Also made Romero captain too. What else am I missing, man? And there was a massive cash injection from ENIC and outside investment. And on top of that, Spurs were involved in one of the probably the only here we go that was good to go, but was blocked because they didn't pay the release clause properly. We paid the release clause, but we didn't pay it properly. And on top of that, Spurs finally appeared to land their dream target in Eberechi Eze, that they've been targeting him since his days at QPR for over 5, 6, 7 years. But they get hijacked by the rivals, by the way, which they get the deal done in a matter of a couple hours. And then, on top of that, fast forward, Spurs end the transfer window with Daniel Levy stepping down as Tottenham Hotspur chairman. This is crazy. This is actually insane. Not 6 to 7, not 67, 6 to 7, 6 to 7 years, not 67 years, 6 to 7. Yeah. So if you've been in a coma and you're waking up right now, bro, I have no clue what to tell you, but welcome, welcome to the new age of Spurs, bro. Daniel Levy is gone. He's actually gone. He's actually gone, bro. What the hell? Bro, I'm a Chelsea fan and I'm so excited to play Man U. Garnacho will cook. Bruh. Going to the Villarreal game. Oh, that's sick, bro. Randall as well on loan. Yeah, bro. Kolo Muani as well. Decent signing, too. Fair bit of business. Yo, what's good, Doomslayer? This is huge news. Levy definitely did something. Went from spending no money to spending loads, just leaving. Actually, we're going to get into that, Richarlison Lover. We're going to get into that because I think from what the news that have been circulating today is saying, it's saying that Daniel Levy was actually stepped down back in January, like at the beginning of the year. And it was actually, what's his name, bro? What's his name? What's the old white brother's name? I can't remember his name, bro. But one of the guys in Spurs board actually took over from him. And also we have Vinay Venkateshan taking over right now as well. So I think Levy was being phased out for a long time. It's just that they announced it now. It's just weird with like the whole overlap interview that he did on Sky Sports and the way he was talking. It's like, oh, he's going to stay at Spurs. But I don't know. Do we go uphill or downhill from here? I think, man, I look at a club like West Ham. And I'm like, shit. I actually put a tweet about this. I was like, listen, as glad as I am, as happy as I am that Levy is no longer at this club, I'm also well aware that it could equally go just as bad. You look at West Ham, I think it happened to Leeds. You can sometimes end up with a worse owner and it can go downhill from here. However, with that being said, I think as Spurs fans, I think we're all willing to take that risk and gamble because we want to be a club that wins trophies on a consistent basis. We are a big club. We're a massive club with global pull, and we should be competing on all fronts all the time. We should be competing for the biggest things. And the reality is that Daniel Levy was never really going to be able to take us there. So I think that with Enoch still being in charge and they've seen how the club can operate, I think it's only uphill from here. And if we get a proper football man in, whether it's Vinay or the other guy that we're talking about, I think that Spurs can go uphill from here. I don't think it'll go downhill. And I don't think Saudi's going to come in right now, but I do think that in the future, we could potentially see a Saudi investment. I think Daniel Levy was the first domino to potentially seeing Enoch sell off some stocks. But as of right now, I think that Enoch is here to stay, and I don't think that we're going to see Enoch sell for a couple years at least. We're saying he doesn't spend money, but we've spent so much in the last few seasons. Yeah, no, the problem isn't Levy spending money. The problem is where the money is being spent, the timing of the money, how fast he moves, how he negotiates, and who we buy the money, or who we spend the money on, rather. That's the problem. And then the wage structure. That's the other problem. Like, we do spend money. We do spend money, but the problem is that we buy the wrong players, and we take way too long to actually put the money out. And then the wage structure as well. We don't pay enough wages. Come on, you Spurs. Yes, sir, Batman. Koi's, your name's kind of jumbled there. Told us that he was stepping down from 6 months ago. So, does that say Stukel is? I can't even read that. Yeah, I heard, bro. I heard rumors of him stepping down, yeah, like months ago, but I wasn't sure like it was gonna happen, but it actually happened. So here we are, and we all know Levy is in it for the money. Yes, sir. You already know it. Ryan Reynolds. I said Ryan Reynolds. You didn't need to get rid of Levy after these signings, bro. We're gonna talk. Actually, let's get right into it, bro. We're gonna cook. Let's get right into it, because we have a lot to talk about. We're gonna talk about why actually these signings are not actually Daniel Levy's work. It's actually the work of the club, whether it's VNI or the higher ups in Enoch. So let's talk about that. So, oh, my camera's not on. Where's my screen? There we go. Okay, so just starting out with this. 4th of September is officially Tottenham Hotspur Independence Day. We have been freed from the shackles, the reign of Daniel Levy. 25 years. 25 years of Daniel Levy, bro. That's insane. So, according to Himothy Reports, a Spurs ITK, Daniel Levy was pushed to step down. There is also the possibility of Paratici no longer continuing as well. Now, this one was kind of interesting. So, apparently, Daniel Levy was pushed to step down by the board. He didn't actually want to step down. And then Paratici also might be joining Daniel Levy in terms of leaving the Spurs board. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but Paratici has pretty much been on in a consultant role for Spurs. So he's been like an advisory role, like whenever we want to make signings, we pretty much consult him, be like, hey, Paratici, what do you think of this? Yes, no, okay, for sure. But he wasn't officially employed by the club, if that makes sense. And when Paratici first came to Spurs, Daniel Levy took a very big liking to him. He was pretty much Levy's, like, I don't want to say like right-hand man, but like Levy liked Paratici a lot. And even when Paratici had the ban, had all the problems with the legality stuff, Daniel Levy still stuck by him. So Levy was a big fan of Paratici. And I think Paratici made some really good signings, but he also had a lot of misses. So I think with Levy going, because Levy favored Paratici so much, I think that it also shifts the boat out for Paratici too, because Paratici's Levy's guy, he was Levy's hire. So we'll see how that all shapes up. And I guess that means that Johan Lange will be remaining as the Spurs sporting director. But we'll see how that all shapes up, and we'll see what happens with that situation. He was froze out. Levy didn't really do anything for the transfers. Levy didn't get forced to step down. He's been criticized his entire time at the club. He doesn't care. Nah, bro. I think all the reports are saying that Levy was forced to step down. I think that's what all the reports are saying. At least now we can be an easier club to negotiate with. That's another good point, Doomslayer. Actually, very good point. One thing about Daniel Levy is that Levy is a horrible negotiator. Maybe like 6-7 years ago, he was an excellent negotiator, but now in the modern game, Daniel Levy is not the correct negotiator that we need at this club. If you ask any chairman outside of Spurs, Daniel Levy is one of the most frustrating chairmen to deal with at this club, or in the football world, rather. He lowballs, he is very stubborn, and especially when it comes to selling players, he is super stubborn when it comes to his pricing. And I think it was one of the United owners saying that Levy was legit one of the worst people he had to deal with ever. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So I think that with Levy stepping down now, I think that will be a lot more of a easier club to negotiate, and we could potentially have a better time selling and also acquiring players. So, with that being said, Daniel Levy has left Tottenham after 24 years, £1.1 billion spent on transfers, 13 managers appointed, and 2 trophies won. So this guy has been at the club longer than I have been alive.
Huh?
This guy has been at the club longer than I have been alive, bro. That's insane. How the hell have Spurs fans put up with 24 years of Daniel Levy? 24. That's insane, bro. That is insane. Not gonna lie, I love Levy for 23 out of the 25 years. Really? Really, Tank? Why did you for 23 out of the 20? Why? What made you love him so much for 23 out of the 25 years? I'm actually really curious, like, what made you feel that way? No, like, not even like hating, like, I'm actually just genuinely curious. Did anyone say anything about who is going to be our new owner, chairman? So, yeah, like, it's not a new owner, like, Enoch's still the owners, but I think what people are saying is that it's going to be a Vinay led by some other brother. We'll get into the news. So Daniel Levy leaves Tottenham. Decision taken by Tavistock / Lewis. So Tavistock is like the owner of like Enoch, I think, which is controlled by the Lewis family. Result of lack of lack of on pitch success. So Enoch and the Lewis family were very unhappy with the lack of on the pitch success. Joe Lewis's daughter, Vivian, and Charlie were very key in having Levy step down. Joe's grandson, Nick Boucher, involved as well, and then Lewis believed change was very necessary and executive chairman role to be removed. So there's no longer going to be this executive chairman role. It's going to be a CEO like most other clubs typically do. And apparently, Johan Lange asked Aston Villa about Morgan Rogers during the transfer window, and Lange was told by Villa unequivocally no. And then he asked about the price and was told the offer must start with an 80 million pounds. Do you want the Saudis to come in? I would love the Saudis to come in, but listen, for me, from the Canadian perspective, from a not English perspective, I'm very empathetic to why English folks would not want Saudis to come in. I get it. I'm very empathetic to it. It has a lot to do with British nationalism, the pride of the club as a whole, the whole human rights thing around these Saudi clubs, these Arab states. I get it. I 100% get it. I'm very empathetic to that. But with that being said, I think as Spurs fans, and when you look at City, Chelsea, Newcastle, even though they haven't really been able to spend it too much, the prospect of what a Saudi-backed ownership can do for a club is monumental. So it pretty much comes down to what fans would really prefer of how we decide to win and how much we want to win. If we want to win it the proper way, like we did with the Europa League, then I think keeping like an English owner or maybe even like an American owner is the ideal situation. But if you want to win as much as possible and bring the biggest stars to Spurs and really push on, I think the Saudi way is the better way. It just depends on how people feel about it. Me personally, I'm unbothered. I would be more than happy for a Saudi state, an Arab state. I don't care as long as they get the club. If they come in and they are fans of the club and they put the football on the pitch first, I could care less who owns the club. But if they come in for a business transaction and don't prioritize the on the pitch stuff, then I don't want the owner. So I don't care if it's an Arab state. Long story short. Negotiating with Levy is more painful than my hip replacement, Sir Alex Ferguson. Yes! Thank you, Doomslayer. That's exactly what the quote I was trying to bring up. That's what Sir Alex Ferguson said. He helped us a lot in terms of our ground. He used to do well in transfer windows, but yeah, I liked him. That's fair. Listen, I don't bash Levy in terms of the off the pitch stuff. I think off the pitch, he's actually one of the best owners in the Premier League. He took Spurs from like legit I don't want to be disrespectful, but like your average club, and took them to a large, massive billionaire club / company. Levy did that. He built the stadium, the training ground, everything, brand deals, sponsorships, everything, bro. Levy built that. But the on the pitch stuff, I think he's taken it as far as he can. And if we want to win every single trophy, Levy is not the guy to bring us to that goal. So, what amazing news to wake up to. Levy definitely did well from a business POV, but he's an absolute shambles from the footballing side. Hopefully we get a better balance moving forward. Exactly that, Mohit. Exactly that. Well said. I mean, yeah, like in terms of business, honestly, I would be more than happy for Levy to remain on the business side and do the stupid hotels, do the Beyoncés, do the Kendrick Lamars, do the Drake stuff, whatever else you want to do, more buildings. He can do that. I have no problem with Daniel Levy being on the business side, but it's the footballing side that I'm like very unhappy with. And I actually very much question how the business side of stuff is going to shape up at Spurs. But I think Enoch are smart and I think they can handle that, to be fair. Tank says, I don't want Saudis to come in as they normally own two clubs and most of the time they clash, which is bad. They normally own two clubs. Does Newcastle's owners own a second club? I don't think they do. I don't think Newcastle's owners own a second club, to be honest. But like Citigroup, yeah. Chelsea's stuff, yes. Yeah, maybe like investment, Saudi investment, like a partnership. But we don't We haven't sold ownership though. We would get nowhere near as much money. We haven't sold ownership though. We would get nowhere near as much money. What do you mean for the club? I think Levy valued the club at 6 billion rather. I think officially it's valued at 4 billion. Can't stay, just come in to say have a good stream. Oh, thank you, Hayden, so much, brother. I appreciate you, my friend. After everything we have been through, we deserve a Saudi takeover. Like, yeah, I'm of the opinion of that, man. Like, we've been through so much shit. I just want this club to be pushing on to win the biggest things possible. So I'm all for a Saudi takeover. But I very much understand the English perspective. I get it. So I feel like for me, this is like the part where like I feel wrong commenting on it as a foreigner. To be honest, like with all truth being honest, I feel wrong commenting about it. But me personally, I would be okay with the Saudi owner. But I get why English fans don't want to. Uh, what are these? Watching from Vietnam. Shout out to you, Sean. Big ups. Vietnam. That's crazy. What the hell? How did I end up on Vietnam stuff? Rochelle Sliver. Nate, your ball knowledge is through the roof. Thank you so much, Rochelle brother. Rochelle Sliver, I appreciate it. They do. They own a team in France. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. Shit, you might be right then. I don't know. Like, I don't really care about owners owning multiple clubs, and I think sometimes it can even end up in our favor in terms of like transfers and that sort of stuff. Like, look at what Chelsea just did. They bought a player from one of their parent clubs, and the goal is for that player to then come to Chelsea later on. Like, that's just insane business. It's low key breaking the rules, but if Chelsea's gonna do it, then we should do it too. Like, I hate the whole morally correct shit. Like, if I'm being honest, like if Chelsea, City are all doing these under the table deals, trying to break the rules, then and they haven't been caught yet, then we should be doing the exact same thing. Because Levy has been waiting for years for financial fair play to come in, and it hasn't come in. So we've spent all these years not buying quality players, being careful with our spending. Meanwhile, Chelsea, City, Arsenal, United are all Liverpool are all buying big players, big stars, not giving a shit about FFPP or FFP, and we're just sitting here doing nothing, hoping that they're gonna get in trouble, and they haven't. So I'm like, yo, if they're doing the shit, then we should do it too. Simple as that. Pretty sure Newcastle's owners own a team in France. Yeah, fair. I didn't even know. Levy says, I can't read your name, my friend, but I assume you're Korean, so big ups to you. After everything we have been through, we deserve a Saudi takeover. I already read that. I don't know. Newcastle owners have been dodgy, not saying all Saudis are like that, but from what I know, yeah. To be fair, I think City's owners aren't. I don't think they're dodgy. To be fair, like I don't know if any like big allegations besides the whole 115 type of shit. But in terms of like human what's it called? Like the humane perspective, I don't think Man City's owners are known for doing stuff like that. I don't know though. Listen, man, I supported this football club for football. I don't care about the politics side of it. I supported Spurs for the football, for the stuff on the pitch. So if they're gonna do some political stuff, as long as it doesn't destroy Spurs, I don't even care what they do, bro. To be honest, I just don't care. And plus, I would rather want someone to come in that is all for Tottenham other than money. I mean, the reality is that like anyone that's coming in to buy Spurs with that price of over 4 billion to buy the club, the reality is that they're coming to make money. There are very few owners nowadays that are coming into football to just do it for the fun of the sport. There's very few. The only ones I can think of is probably Ryan Reynolds. The only one, the Americans, Ryan Reynolds and what's his name, McElhaney, Robert McElhaney or whatever his name is. Those are the only ones where they took Wrexham from absolutely nothing to the championship now. Those are the only ones. Ryan Reynolds has actually lost a lot of money putting his money into Wrexham. Those are the only ones that I can think of off the top of my head that are actually in it for the sporting side. But nowadays, it's very few in between. Honestly, I'll give credit to Marinakis, because the Marinakis as well, you can tell he loves Forest a lot. He loves Nottingham Forest, so I'll give him some credit there too. As much as I hate him, but FFP is a joke. We need to adapt so we can actually be on their level. 100%. Ivo, 100%. Who is the new chairman? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. The Lewis family has insisted the change of removing Daniel Levy has been made in order to put sporting success first at Tottenham and described it as a new era for the club. And then the Lewis family currently has no plans to sell the club, and that is why they have been pushing through plans to alter the structure at Tottenham to become a more traditional modern one with a CEO. So no more chairman shit, it's going to be a CEO, and I think that's Vinay Venkatesan. It is understood that the younger generations of the Lewis family, Vivian and Charlie, who are Joe's children, have been key to making the decision to remove Daniel Levy. And then Dan Levy's exit as chairman was set in motion at the beginning of the year, with Enoch prioritizing sustained sporting success. The first wind of change came at the beginning of the year when an operational and sporting review was carried out by American consultants, the Gibb River Group. Tavistock, the investment firm founded by Lewis, whose family trust holds the controlling ownership of Spurs, were also said to be involved in the review that put Levy's running of the club firmly under the spotlight. Sources have claimed that Tottenham required further investment from the Lewis family trust, and that senior figures at the club, including Levy, were interviewed on a number of occasions as part of Gibb River's wide-reaching review. So a lot to break down there, but this move, like I said, has been going on since the beginning of the year. When you're at a point, I think at January, we were legit at a point where, like, okay, we're low-key at risk of, like, not relegation, but, like, I mean, we were going to finish on the table. Like, that was already confirmed. So when that's happening with such a big club like Spurs, like, yeah, the owners are going to be putting, like, their freaking fire alarms on. They're going to be putting out the fires. They're going to be trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So this was set in motion all the way from January, which is crazy. So this then goes into the point that I was making, I think Richarlison Lover was making too, is the fact that this summer wasn't really down to Levy. I think the summer was more of a transitional one, and I think you had Vinay, Lange, Enoch Group really looking over this transfer window, with Levy being more of like the guidance role. I highly doubt that this transfer window was all done to Levy. I completely doubt it, bro. I doubt it a lot, especially with this news that this was put in motion from January. I guarantee that Levy knew from like a while ago that he was going to be stepping down. I guarantee it. Or that it was going to be like him coming into a lesser role. I promise you he knew about it for a while. And then this is the same thing. And then, yeah, so the decision to step down was taken out of Daniel Levy's hands. So what I guarantee happened was Enoch Group said, Levy, listen, bro. Listen, Daniel. We like you, but you have been shambolic for a good 25 years. 2 trophies in 25 years is nowhere near good enough. So you have been horrible. There's protests every week. Fans online losing their minds. People boycotting the shop. Boycotting games. Ticket sales down. The overall morale around the club is in the mud. And it's down to you. So, with all due respect, Levy, please step down. And Levy was probably like, nah, this is my shit. I built this shit. I've been building this shit, bro. But at the end of the day, Enoch controls a majority of the shares. So Levy had no choice but to step down. But he still owns his shares, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, man. Levy is the English Voldemort. 115 wasn't with the Saudi owners. Who was that with? He stepped down today. May won't have news like that for at least a week. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be... Well, I think it's going to be VNI. I think VNI is going to be running things for now. FFP is a joke. We need to adapt so we can actually read that. Where do you think Spurs will finish this season? Bro, I'm gonna say 5th. I'm gonna say 5th or 6th. I think we can finish there. I love him, but he has no clue what he's doing, but he's having fun and helping out his team. So, Ryan Reynolds. Oh, fair enough. Where do you think Spurs will finish? Yeah, I already got that. Tottenham black kit this year is the best kit of Tottenham history. Honestly, that kit is freaking amazing, bro. This beautiful kit. I got Sun in the back. I don't care. Sun is my legend, my goat, but this kit is so beautiful, bro. So beautiful. Also, if you want cheap football kits, check out my YouTube bio. I have a very cheap link that if you guys want cheap kits, I'm the plug, bro. So join up. Honestly, we could have spent more after those injections. Yeah, we could have, but I think it was more so down to the fact that we left it way too late. And when you leave it late, a lot of clubs are not going to sell. That's the reality. Our protests worked, though. They did work. They did work a lot. I mean, yeah, like Levy legit said in the interview on the overlap that, not the overlap, on Sky Sports that, yeah, like it hurts on the protest. He said that, so fair play. A powerhouse in English football, European pedigree to live for, fantastic players, past, present, and future. Our beautiful club turns 143 years old today. Happy birthday, Tot. Is it really Tottenham's birthday? Damn. Damn, I didn't even know that. What the hell? It's crazy. Insane. Almost 150 years. That's insane. I want to find the news on the owner situation. There's some news on the CEO situation. Where is it? Who's gonna have it here? Maybe Spurs Global will have it. Let's close some of these tabs. There's a lot open here. Joe Lewis is understood to have how to prevent it. No, that's the old stuff. Where is the news about the CEO, V&I? Where is it? Who would have it here? Spurs Connect, maybe? No, Roger stuff. I legit saw it somewhere, but I can't find it. It was one of these pages that had it, bro. I can't remember which one. I'm pretty sure it's going to be V&I that's going to... No, that's not it either. What is this? Interesting to hear from former Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Jermaine Janis on Daniel. Oh, what the hell? Well, let me make sure my audio is on.
Big news coming out of Tottenham Hotspur this evening. Daniel Levy's decided to step down as chairman of the football club. I'm pretty sure the initial feelings from the fans is going to be one of delight. I don't think it's any secret they've been trying to get him out of the football club for many years now. I just hope that, like, once the dust settles and people have a moment of reflection, that there'll be a level of appreciation there for what he's achieved. I think that, you know, you're always going to want more, better players, more trophies, challenging for things on a year-on-year basis, and I think those things can be thrown at Daniel. That's definitely where he fell short. But the reality is, I think he joined the club in 2001. You know, I was
crazy from a former player.
At Newcastle 2002-03 season. I remember looking at that Spurs side, and it was an aging side. It was a side that with mid-table ambition probably wasn't there. A lot of good players there, but there was, you know, a lot of work to do. And I think I looked from afar at that point whilst I was at Newcastle and could see what Tottenham were doing in terms of the good young English players that they were bringing to the table.
You know, I get it. I actually get it why some fans actually like Daniel Levy. I actually get it. Because if you look at Spurs pre-2000s, historically they're a club of a lot of success, but I mean, after the mid-90s, early 2000s, I mean, Spurs were a mid-table club. And then Levy brought it to where it is at now. Big Six club, recognized globally. Legit, bro, in my city, in Canada, I think I'm in the, fourth or fifth largest city in Canada. And that's saying a lot, by the way. And I know a handful of Spurs fans here. I know a lot of Spurs fans here. And that wouldn't be possible without Daniel Levy actually putting this club on a global stage. The fact that there's a large number of Spurs fans in Canada alone, I mean, yeah, that's credit to Daniel Levy. That's huge credit, especially in my city, bro. I guarantee, if I drop my city, a majority of you guys wouldn't even know what my city's name is. But I'm telling you right now, for the Europa League final versus Man United, my friend went to a bar. And at the bar, you would probably assume that there would be more United fans than Spurs fans. But actually, at this bar in my city, there is a lot more Spurs fans than United fans. That's crazy. The fifth largest city in Canada, Like I said, not like it's like what, like almost 2 million people tops. There's a lot of Spurs fans here, a lot, and in Canada as a whole. Toronto, plenty of Spurs fans. It's crazy, man. It's actually crazy. I want to find that post about the CEO. Unless they, like, bro, I legit saw it earlier on today, but I have no clue where it's at. Maybe Sammy Mockbill has it. No, he doesn't have it either. Bro, where did I see that post? I might just have to scroll for a minute. I can't lie. Could be here too. There. Wait. No. Oh. Wait. Wait. Peter Sherrington. Yeah, this is one of the guys. Peter Sherrington. I am very honored to become non-executive chairman of this extraordinary club, and on behalf of the board, I would like to thank Daniel and his family for their commitment and loyalty to the club for over so many years. This is a new era of leadership for the club, on and off the pitch. I do recognize there has been a lot of change in recent months as we put in place new foundations for the future. We are now fully focused on stability and empowering our talented people across the club, led by Vinay and his executive team. So this is what I was looking for exactly. So I think Peter Sherrington is in this new role called the non-executive chairman. And I think this is essentially the old role of Daniel Levy, just with a new name. But it's going to be Vinay that's going to be doing the on the pitch stuff, the footballing stuff. So take that as what you want. I don't know how I feel about that. I know like Vinay is like ex-Arsenal or whatever, and that's low-key kind of scary. But I think Vinay has done a good job since he's come to the club. Obviously, we won a trophy. I'm not saying that that's down to him, but the atmosphere at the Spurs Stadium, the away match in Bodo Glimt, all the fan stuff has improved a lot since Vinay has come in. So I think in that sense of things, Vinay's done an excellent job. So I trust him. I trust his mind to be able to take Spurs further on. And yeah, hopefully that this new partnership of Sherrington and Vinay can be the start of something new. But yeah, I think this pretty much confirms that there's going to be no new CEO or no new owner, at least for the next couple of years. This could be the domino effect of Spurs eventually selling, but I think for the immediate short term, I think that this probably is going to be what we're going to be looking at for the next couple of years for now. But that could probably change in the future. But who knows? Who knows? I'm not even sure. Maybe we'll get news like in a year and like, oh my gosh, Sadi's come in. But it's definitely not going to be right away. These things take time. These things take a lot of time. And then I thought this was kind of funny. There has never been a bigger sliding doors moment in football than this. Never. Bro. Listen, man. If Heung-min Son scores this goal, Spurs are in the Champions League last season, and Arsenal win the league 2 seasons ago. We would have never won the Europa League. We definitely would not have won the Champions League. And Ange probably would have finished 17th with no trophy, and it would have been the worst season in Spurs history. I mean, bro, the fact that, like, I want to see, like, an alternate universe where Son scores this goal and, like, what is different? Like, what happens? Because honestly, man, this is insane. That this miss led to everything that we are seeing right now. That'd be a really good video idea, actually. That'd be a very good video idea. Breaking down the events from this miss to now. That'd be bro. I'm gonna take note of that. Mental note of that one. That's mad though, bro. That's mad. Well, it's not the birthday anymore. That was, yeah, it's still September 4th for me. So it's still as of right now in Canada, it is still Tottenham's birthday. Arsenal fans are already shaking in their boots. Bro, I keep seeing comments of like people in the comments of Instagram and Twitter, be like, no way, Spurs are gonna be serious now. Levy's not there anymore. Bro, it's funny. I don't think VNI cares about the fact that he came from Arsenal. No, I don't think so either. I don't think it actually matters, but it's just like the tribalism in me is like, I don't know. I hope we don't change our stadium name. Why do you say that, Ivo? Ovs, you live in Canada. Have you ever been to a game? No, I haven't. I have not. Listen, the reality is for me is that like I can go to a game probably around March, April, but it's either that or the World Cup. So for me, I gotta think about that one, man. Like, the World Cup is in my ends. It's gonna be expensive. I think for the growth of the channel and just my personal interest as a whole. Of course, I love Tottenham, but like it's a World Cup, man. Like it's in Canada too, and in America and Mexico. Like, man, I really wanna see the World Cup, man. Bro, you can't choose country over club. Nah, it's not about choosing country over club. It's more so just about like the experience of the World Cup as a whole, especially since it's local. Like, in an ideal situation, I would do both. In an ideal situation, I would do both. I really would. But it's just a matter like I can always go to a Spurs game. Like I could probably go to a Spurs game next year around this time. Like, listen, guys, I'm not rich. So like it takes me time to save for these things. But I can always go to a Spurs game. But the World Cup in my ends in North America, that's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. So it's tough, man. It's definitely tough. I don't know. It's tough. Craziest butterfly effect. Like, and honestly, this needs to be studied, bro. It needs to be studied. That Europa League changed us. Oh, Uni, what's up, bro? That Europa win changed us, bro. This is all thanks to Ange. Honestly, all thanks to Ange. That's a real like full butterfly effect sliding doors moment. This is all thanks to Ange Postecoglou, bro. That is my GOAT forever. I don't care what anyone says, bro. That is my GOAT. What's this? Better not get copyright for this shit, man. Better not get copyright. Turn that down, actually. Don't want to get copyrighted. And what a moment, bro. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, bro. This is because of Ange. Like, that's proper club, bro. Proper club. Listen, I'm not even being biased, but when I was looking for a club to support, and I was looking around, I was like, In terms of club culture and like the beauty of a club, I think Spurs are the most unique. How many Uniteds are there in the world of football? How many Hams and stuff, or maybe not Hams was not the best word. What's another team that like has a pretty common name? Uniteds, I don't know, I'm blanking out right now. But like my point is that like in terms of like uniqueness of a club, the identity, the culture, the off the pitch stuff, the history of the club as a whole, I think Spurs for me stood out the most because of how unique it is. Like it just felt like a proper club with proper supporters who were starved of success, but if they got that success, if they got proper backing, if they got proper support from management, ownership, this club has potential to explode. And I think that's what really stood out to me as a foreigner when choosing a club. Cities, yep, cities. That's a good one. Thank you, Doomslayer. Cities, United cities, so many, bro. Like, there's only one Tottenham Hotspur. There's not a single other Spurs in the world. Not a single one. So, it's just proper club, bro. Proper club. Because there are rumors we will make a deal with ENIC to change our name like Arsenal, Bayern, etc. Really? Really? I didn't hear about that. Interesting. I'd hope not. To be honest, if you went to a World Cup, you could watch Jed and Kane if you watch England. Yeah, bro, like, the point of me going to the World... This is why, like, I'm saying that, like, if I prioritize the World Cup, I would be able to watch so many different games because I think the way that they're doing it is that, like, the teams are going to be, like, in, like, a hub of, like, cities. So, like, for example, Vancouver, Seattle, like LA, they're all kind of in the same area. So for fans that are the fan of a specific country, that country is going to only be playing in that small number of cities, at least for the group stage. So if I go to the World Cup, maybe I hit up like the West Coast or maybe East Coast, and I can watch Canada. If England's playing there, I can watch England, Brazil. Like there's just so many like ways I can watch so many different football games. But it's a lot of money. It's so expensive. So it's one of those things where it's like I either go to England or I either go to the World Cup. I can't do both in the short span of things. I can't unless I win the lottery. Unless I win the lottery. So, uh, that's what I mean. There's only one Hotspur. There is only one Hotspur, bro. Only one. Only one. So yeah, proper club, man. Proper club. But what's this? There's another edit here. The feeling that I had when that Brennan Johnson goal went in that net, bro. It was the nastiest goal, not in a good way. The most disgusting goal I've ever seen. But the feeling that I got when that goal went in, instantly the thoughts are just like, no way, can we actually do it? Can we actually win a trophy? Can we actually, like, listen, I'm a Canadian, so like I'm a big ice hockey fan, and even my ice hockey team, I have never seen my ice hockey team win a championship, not once. So for my sports teams, I legit have not seen a single one besides like maybe the Raptors, but I'm not like a big basketball fan, but bandwagon. I've not seen my sports teams win an actual championship ever in my life. So Spurs was the first taste that I ever got of watching my sports teams actually win something. Like the way that I felt, man. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Let's react to my own reaction. Why not? Let's relive the moment of the Europa League. Let's relive it, guys, because honestly, speechless. It's crazy. I actually hate watching myself back, though, to be honest. But I hate watching myself back, to be honest. But I thought that you guys, like, if you haven't seen this already, man, you guys have to watch this, bro. Where's the first Brendan Johnson goal? It's right here, actually. Assuming you had time. Nice, Sar. Attaboy. Attaboy, Sar. It's crazy. Nice! Intervention core. It's coming. Come on, Sar. Some good. Oh! Yeah! It's so loud. It's so loud. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Enough of that, actually. Enough of that. Bro, the way that I felt, the feeling of actually winning a trophy, the way that I felt after that goal went in. I can't watch. Well, it's insane. Get out. Oh, side netting. It's mad. Side netting. Bad reaction, to be fair. Come on. Go. Tottenham! Blow the whistle, ref. Blow the whistle. That's game. Yeah! Yo. If you guys missed out on this, man, oh my days.
Did it.
Oh my days, bro.
There's no way.
Wow. Bro, it's not my proudest moment. It's not my proudest moment, to be honest. Let's see, if I can find the, what's this? Oh God, what is this? Oh God, what is this? Oh my, I chugging shit. Oh yeah, I decided to chug shit too. Okay, yeah, enough of that. Yeah, enough of that. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Point in case being that, yeah, that was one of the best moments of my life, and watch back the clearance off the line, bro. I don't even know. I don't think. If I'm being honest, like from what I remember, I don't think I even like clocked that like at the moment. I think I was just like speechless because I was just like, wow, like it kind of like just flew past my mind at the moment because I was like so, bro. My heart was pounding like it's never pounded before. Like you thought, like if you think I was doing this for clicks, I promise you, on everything I love, I was not doing this for clicks, bro. Like I legit, this is the way that I watch sports, and the way that I was about to pass out cannot even be explained. I was this close to actually passing out. So I'm thankful that that goal did not go in, because if that Van de Ven save did not happen, I actually might have passed out out of pure frustration. So yeah, man. I don't think I actually clocked the Van de Ven clearance at the moment, because I was just like I was in too much. I couldn't even watch for half the time. I could not watch. I was just like every little thing was just zoning out. I was cheering on, bro. I was cheering on a pass. The moment like we got the ball and we pass it, I was cheering that shit on, bro. I was cheering that on. That's how like gone I was. It was actually insane. You can't bring them feeling back that I felt when we scored, bro. I don't know if anything will ever compare to that. I low key got a glimpse of it. I got a little taste of it when in the Super Cup final. I got a little taste of it again. I was like, no way, we're about to win 2 trophies, a Super Cup and a Europa League in the span of like 2 months. But of course, Spursy, and then yeah. But nah, man, it's just I need more moments like that, and I want that with the feeling of the Premier League. I want that with an FA Cup. Even bro, with a Carabao Cup, I'm still gonna be just as gassed. I'm gonna be so gassed for a Carabao Cup. Like I want this club to win things. I want us to win a lot, bro. Imagine, we get to a Champions League final. Imagine that. Oh my days, bro. Shit, bro. And it sucks because I wasn't even a fan. For the 2019 UCL final, I wasn't even a fan back then. I wish I was, but I wasn't. But of course, I rewatched the game. You can keep imagining, brother. Scott said you can keep. Bro, we've done that. We've done that already, bro. We've done that. But no, it's I want this club to win things consistently, and I think Levy being gone to tie it all full circle. I think Levy being gone is the first step to making that a reality, of winning things on a consistent basis. I trust Thomas Frank. I trust his mind. It's a shame that we couldn't get Savinho, like a proper shame. I think if we got Savinho, bro, we would have been cooking like no other, man. To have Savinho, Kudus, Xavi, Kolumawani, Richarlison, Solanke, and then still Kulusevski to come back. Madison whenever he's fit, bro, that's a proper squad. Proper attack. But it's unfortunate that we couldn't get over the line, but we're coming for him in January. Mark my words, we are coming for Savinho in January, man. We're coming. I trust your club to buy Disasi from Chelsea. Honestly, if Levy was still here, I'd agree with you. But now, not a chance. Not a chance, bro. If Levy was still here, then yeah, but now not anymore. I doubt it. New club this. I hope this is a new club. But yeah, man. I guess that pretty much covers it. Is there anything else that I want to talk about? Not really, bro. That's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, like Levy's gone. Okay, let's sum it all up. So, as we know, Daniel Levy is no longer the Tottenham Hotspur chairman. He is stepping down from the chairman role. To replace him, is going to be Peter Sherrington in the new role of non-executive chairman, whatever that means. And then Vinay Venkatesan is going to be running the football side of things. He's going to be the CEO of Tottenham Hotspur, and he's going to be running the football side of things. Daniel Levy was forced to step down by ENIC and the Lewis family after a long, lengthy investigation from an American company that ENIC hired to understand how the football operations are going. This process started at the beginning of the year, and it concluded probably around summertime, somewhere around there. And they came to the conclusion that things had to change. This was an American company, a third party doing an investigation hired by ENIC and Lewis Company to do an investigation on Spurs to understand if they're running things effectively or not. And the conclusion was that they're not, and that they came to the conclusion that not only does Daniel Levy need to step up or be let go, but also that actually Lewis and ENIC need to do a better job too. This includes outside investment. So, with that being all said, as we heard long before the summer, was that changes are coming for Tottenham Hotspur this summer, all the way from the top. And we saw that take place. We saw Donna Cullen get let go. Of course, Levy stepping down now. Huge board changes. The entire board has been reshuffled. New people coming in. And from the top to bottom, complete changes. Ange let go, obviously. Rest in peace to him. Players being let go, Son leaving. Huge changes in Tottenham Hotspur have happened this summer. And then, on top of that, a massive cash injection from ENIC. And also potential rumors of a stadium naming rights deal. I think somewhere of £300 million has been injected into Spurs this summer. So there's money to spend this summer, and we saw it in the transfers. We brought in Kocha Takai, typical young signing. Mohamed Kudus, Joao Paulinho, Xavi Simons, and Randall Kolumuani. 4 out of the 5 of the signings are all instant first 11 changers. 4 of those players easily walk into our first 11. This is huge and very different from how Spurs typically operate. So this was brought in under the change of Tottenham that ENIC and Levy, that ENIC and Lewis have identified during the review from the American company for Spurs and the club and operations as a whole. So with that being said, coming full circle and bringing it all together, Levy out, gone, stepping down. He still owns shares and stocks in the company, but he is no longer on the footballing side. Peter Sherrington, now the new role of non-executive chairman, and Vinay Venkatesan, now the CEO of Tottenham Hotspur. He is going to be the one that will run the footballing side of things. Lewis and ENIC have no intention to sell the club as of right now. In the future, maybe, potentially. But as of right now, there is no intention from ENIC and Lewis to sell the club. I do believe that this is the start of a potential change for ENIC and Lewis. I think that they're going to be operating differently. And I think this could be the domino effect that could see eventually the selling of Tottenham Hotspur. But it's not going to happen right away. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. So, as of right now, the one that we're going to have to look to, or the ones, is going to be Peter Sherrington and Vinay Venkatesan. They are going to be focusing on the more footballing side of things, mainly Vinay. And that wraps up all the news that we have seen from Spurs and Levy leaving and all the things that has happened this summer. What a summer, man. Congrats. Oh, Mile High Hotspur, bro. Big ups, bro. Big ups, my guy. Congrats on 1K, homie. Sky's the limit. Watching from Denver. My guy. Big ups, bro. Double, man. Double whammy. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it so much, man. Bro, we got to do something, man. We got to do something. Collab, panel show, whatever it may be. We got to do something, man. We got to figure something out. Hamza, what are your thoughts on Vinay Venkatesan? Yeah, I mean, I was actually talking about this earlier. Since Vinay has come into the club, Vinay has done an excellent job. I mean, we won a trophy, but I'm not putting that down to him. But in terms of fan engagement, look at the summer transfer window, our best transfer window in a very long time. I think overall, since Vienna has come in, the fan engagement, I look at the home atmosphere for the Europa League with Bodo Glimt, Frankfurt, and then we look at Bodo Glimt away with the whole handing out towels for the away fans, everything, the whole atmosphere in Bilbao, all of it as a whole. I think the fan interaction has been a lot better for Spurs since Unai has come in. So on that side of things, it's been excellent. And then the on the pitch stuff, I'm not sure how much of that is down to him. I'm gonna assume that he had a very big say in what happened this summer. So if we put a large part of that down to him, yeah, it's been good. I'm happy with it. I trust him going forward, and I think that he can take our club higher on. So, yeah, man, I'm happy with Vinay. I'm happy with him. Yeah, I want to start streaming more. Wouldn't mind, as we're on the same side of the world. I'm a fan of what you do. Keep going. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, bro. Bro, streaming is like low-key the way nowadays. Videos help as well, but I think streaming is like a lot more what people enjoy. For me, anyways, personally, I think like where I get like the most engagement, at least, is like through the streaming. But videos are good for exposure too. So, but yeah, I love streaming, man. I love talking to you guys. I love like just giving my thoughts on Spurs, and I think that like this is obviously no shade to a lot of bigger content creators, but I think a lot of them don't tend to interact with the chat often, and I want to do as best as I can to interact with you guys as much as I can. So, like, I love hearing your guys' thoughts and opinions, and whether we like agree or disagree. If you want to debate, I love that, man. I love that. I low-key feel bad for him. He loved the club. Levy? Bro, Levy didn't love the club? Brother. Bro. Levy did not love the club, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, Rafi. Bro. Really? Really? Brother. Levy did not love the club, man. Come on, bro. That's cap, bro. Bro, if Levy loved the club, then I'm a millionaire. Straight up. Like, there's no chance, bro. No chance, man. He wasn't in it for the money, bro. He was in it for the money. If he loved the club, he would have done things very differently. Very differently. If he loved the club, he would not be charging fans as much money for tickets as they do. This is another reason, bro. This is another reason why it's kind of hard for me to go to Spurs games. In order for me to buy tickets officially, I have to have a membership. Why the hell do I need a membership as an international fan? Why? I have to spend, like, what is it, like 60 pounds? So, what is that? Like, bro, 60 pounds is probably like almost $100 Canadian for a membership, just so I can have access for the ability to be able to buy tickets. Are you crazy? As an international fan, that's insane to me. Or I can go the third-party route and get it off of StubHub or whatever the hell. But those tickets are always marked up and expensive as hell. So, for me as an international fan, it's very hard for me to get tickets to Spurs. It's extremely hard. Now, I think I have potential connections. Potential? Shh. But you can also get in trouble with doing that too, and I don't want to get anyone in trouble. So, yeah, man, that's tough. Love some Canadian Spurs fans. Big ups to you, Hamza. Big ups. Yeah, it's an expensive trip for us. It's so expensive, man. Like, between the flight there, the hotel, the accommodation, food, and then the membership, and then the tickets, bro, to go to one game. And the thing is as well, unless I'm going to like a midweek game, I only really get to go to like one, maybe two games, the Saturday and the Saturday after, like the weekend games. So 2 games to spend at least a flight, 1.5 hotels for 2 weeks, damn near like 5 to 6K to go to 2 Spurs games. And we could end up losing both those games. Bro, it's insane. It's insane, bruh. What do you mean as an international fan? If you're an international fan, you should have to pay more for tickets, not... Oh my days. Oh my days. You know what? Do I even do I even bother? Do I even entertain it? Should I even bless you with the privilege of me ratioing you so hard right now, bro? That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. One of the dumbest things. One of the dumbest things possible, bro. Is there a supporters club near you? Not an official one, but there's a place where Spurs fans gather. But I'm usually live for Spurs games anyways, so I usually don't go out to bars and stuff like that. Why would you be exempt from membership because you're Canadian? Oh my days, bro. Toby, I want you to hop on YouTube, rewind the stream, and tell me when I said that as a Canadian, I should be exempt from paying a membership. I never said that. I never said that. All I am simply saying is that as an international fan, it's extremely expensive for me to go to Spurs games. I never said it should be any cheaper or more expensive. I said simply, I made an objective statement and a fact. As an international fan, it is extremely expensive for me to be going to games. That's all I said. I didn't say it should be cheaper, my friend. I didn't. My whole point actually, if you're using your brain, my whole point actually is the fact that why the hell should fans have to pay a membership to get tickets? If an English lad wanted to give his cousin a ticket to a Spurs game, that cousin has to have a membership in order for it to be okayed by the club. Someone just got in trouble on X for selling their ticket to their grandfather. Because he didn't have a membership. So, Toby, use your brain. I'm not talking about Canadians. I'm talking about Spurs fans as a whole. As a Canadian, as a fan of American sports, you don't need to have a membership to have access to tickets. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why, as Spurs fans as a whole, do we need to pay for a membership to get access to have the ability to buy tickets? That is my point. Not about being a Canadian, bro. Come on, man. You said as an international fan, it's crazy I should have a... The point of that being said was the fact that it's expensive. It is expensive for me as an international fan to have to do that. It's expensive, bro. That's an objective fact. I never said it should be I never said it should be cheaper. I never said that. Not once. Bro, we shouldn't have to pay more. Exactly. Like, we're all human beings, bro. We're all fans. The reality is, Toby, whether you like it or not, without the international fans, whether you like it or not, Spurs would not be as big as a club as they are now. That's just the truth, bro. That's just the truth. If you were in my stream earlier, I made the point that I completely understand why English fans would not want a Saudi owner to own their club. I get that. British nationalism, they want to keep the club English. I get that. I completely understand that. I'm empathetic to that. I get that. But the reality is that without the international fans, Spurs would not be as big as they are right now. That's just a fact, bro. That's just a fact. That is just a fact. If it's expensive, you should support your local... Oh, fuck. Bro, I hate people like this, bro. I hate this. I hate people like this, bro. Oh, my days. Bro, my local club is in the Canadian Premier League. I'm not going to watch that dead football, bro. So what? So that means, Toby, that means you cannot be a fan of football. You cannot be a fan of basketball. You cannot be a fan of hockey. You cannot be a fan of baseball because you're English. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? That's so stupid. That is so stupid, bro. Most fans in London love seeing us North Americans in N17. Yeah, bro. Like, I think a lot of English fans love at least Americans, North Americans as a whole. Not all clubs are like that. Man United FC isn't. I have tickets to games without a membership. I never said all clubs are like that, bro. I'm talking about, bro. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it, man. It's not even worth it. It's just not worth it. The point flew over his head. I can be a fan of hockey, Cardiff, Red Devils. My days, bro. So your point is, Toby, is that like if you're not from the location, you can't support it. That's your point. That's your point. If you're not from the location of the team, you cannot support the club. Oh my days, bro. So because I wasn't blessed with being born in Tottenham, FYI, not the club, but the location. Let's be real. Tottenham's kind of a shithole. But anyways, because I wasn't blessed with being born in Tottenham, I can't support Spurs. Fucking hell, bro. Oh my days. Oh my days. If that was the case, Toby, the reality is that Spurs would be a mid-table club still. That's the reality. 1 out of 10 rage bait. Bro. It's just like I hate people who say support your local when I wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning to watch Ben Davis bro. Big ups, Hamza, bro. The privilege that you guys have to have games. Listen, man. I wake up at 5 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m. sometimes. 4 a.m. to watch Spurs. 4 a.m. to watch, like Hamza said, Ben Davis pass the ball backwards for the entire game. To watch this, I woke up at 4 a.m. countless times to watch Ange Postecoglou and Spurs finish 17th. I could have slept in. I could have been having a beautiful morning. I could have been doing anything else, but I chose to support the club and wake up at 4 a.m. to watch this team play. Also, by the way, I pay for a subscription to watch the club too. $35, by the way. $35 quarterly that I pay to watch this team. $35. On top of that, I cover Spurs as a content creator. So I have to go live, do watch-alongs, put my neck and footballing knowledge on the line for this club, wake up at stupid hours, then after the game, record a breakdown, and cover the club as a whole. I'll be honest, man. Spurs have tested my mental fortitude like nothing other, bro. I've had relationships easier than supporting Spurs. That's the reality. But whether you like it or not, Toby, it's my fucking club. My fucking club. Whether you're Canadian, Indian, American, South Korean, Bangladesh, fucking North Sentinel Island, I don't care, bro. If you support this club, if you wake up at ridiculous times to support this club, you're a Spurs fan, bro. That's what we care about. So who gives a shit if you're from Tottenham or not, bro? Who cares? Who cares? Bro. Football would be nothing without international. It would be nothing. The game would be gone without international fans. It would be nothing. Ben Davis is a Welsh player. I am Welsh. You'll never appreciate him like me. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay. All I'm hearing right now is I'm a glory support. Okay, that's rage bait. That's that almost got me. That almost got me, bro. That was good rage bait. That was good rage bait. This guy said I chose to support Spurs for glory. Fucking hell, bro. Is this what one trophy does to this team? This is the first person I've ever heard say that you chose to support Spurs for glory. Huh. You know what? That's a good one. That's a good one. That is a very good one. We're gonna cook we're cooking everyone, bro. Have you ever been to a game? No, I haven't. I have not been to a game, but like I said, if I could afford to fly out to London tomorrow, I would. But let's be real, I'm not rich, bro. It cost me $6,000 to go and watch a Spurs game. Between the flight, hotel, the tickets, the membership, the food, it's gonna cost me $6K. So, like, if I could, I would. But let's be real, I'm not blessed with that. I promise you, Spurs have done more damage to my mental health than studying biomed. Yeah, bro, honestly. And biomed's freaking tough, bro. Biomed is tough. Shit. And Spurs have done worse. Damn, bro. Damn. Because no, he's a glory supporter. Bro, only just realized it was rage bait. How did you not catch on when I said I was a Welsh Man United fan? Bro, okay, that got me right there, bro. That got me right there, man. That got me right there, bro. I cannot lie, bro. That sentence, bro said I'm a glory supporter for Spurs. I was like, okay. Okay. I was like, yeah, this is, come on, man. Come on. We gotta cook West spam 7-0. Loki, I'm waiting for the Kudus winner, bro. Calling a Tottenham fan glory supporter is crazy work. What made you support Spurs? I'm a Canadian Spurs fan too, and all my friends ask me. Harry Kane and Hingman's son. That was what did it for me. Harry Kane and Hingman's son. I fell in love with them. Well, fell in love with the game because of them, and also because of the club culture. I was just talking about this earlier, actually. Like, if I'm just, because I was looking for a club to support in the Premier League, and like if I looked at like the big 6 clubs, to me Spurs stood out the most. Like, unique club, haven't won in a long time, proper foundation, proper history, and like there's no other team like Spurs. Like, in a good way and a bad way, there's no other team like Spurs. But like, there's a bunch of Uniteds, there's a bunch of cities, but there's no such thing as there's not a bunch of Spurs. There's only one Tottenham Hotspur. So, all love, bro. Sorry, bro. Toby, man, I can't lie, Toby. You had me rattled. You had me completely rattled, bro. I cannot lie. I was rattled, bro. But hey, I got a clip, so thank you for the clip. I appreciate it, Toby. Nah, man. Like, if it's all jokes, like, I don't really care. Like, if it's all jokes, I don't really care. But there is the reality is though that there is actually some fans like that. That's just the reality. There is actually some fans that are like, yo, if you're not from Tottenham, if you're not from London, then you should be supporting your local club. Like, bro, I had someone say to me the other day, he was like, yo, you're from Canada? Go support your dad's club. Motherfucker, I don't got a dad. The fuck? The hell? I don't got no dad. Go support your dad's club, bro. I don't got a dad. You think my dad's gonna be watching freaking Premier League? Bro, what? Come on, man. And yes, I joke about me not having a dad, by the way, so it's fine. But it's like, bro, like some of these people are like legit so like they have no brain cells, bro. Like, on God, like so inconsiderate, like genuinely, bro. Much better reasoning than me. I started supporting after seeing Dele Alli's goal against Palace. Hey, to be fair, that's fair. I mean, shit, if I saw a player do that and I was like, yo, I feel like that's actually like how a lot of because bro, I just like watched like a bunch of comps like of Harry Kane, Son, the World Cup as well. 2022 World Cup really did it for me as well. That was a big factor into like me supporting Spurs 2022 World Cup. But yeah, like I was low-key gonna choose Bayern Munich, but I was like, for Alphonso Davies, but I was like, man, Bundesliga, it's kind of dead, bro. Like I want to watch the Premier League. So that's why I was like, let me find a Premier League club. And to be fair, like I don't even know if there's any big Canadians that have actually played in the Premier League. Like, what's the biggest Canadian that has played in the Premier League? I'm not even sure. Let me Google it actually. Best Canadians to play in the Premier League. Oh, I don't even know what's the biggest one, bro. What would it be? Radzinski. Hoylett played in the Premier League too? What? I didn't even know that. I mean, that's a horrible list to be fair, but that's a horrible list, bro. I can't lie. I got roped in by Bale. Fair's totally fair, bro. Bring Johnson. Bro, bring Johnson David. Lord have mercy. Bring Jonathan David to top, bro. I was honestly at first I wasn't really a big fan of Jonathan David. I thought that there had to have been a reason why this guy would have been banging in goals for so long, but would have not gotten the bigger move. But after I think it was 2 seasons ago, his Champions League performance I was like, yeah, get this guy at Spurs. I think he's perfect competition for Solanke. And of course, as a Canadian, I would love it too. But I was thinking from the more Tottenham lens rather than like just the Canadian lens, as I probably should too, because I support the club more than I support the country. But I wasn't sold. But I think as he developed, as time went along, I think he would have been an excellent Premier League striker. I just worry just a little bit about. I mean, he's not slow. David's not slow, and he's pretty strong. But there's just something in it for me that was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. How fast is the French league? Because I think Jonathan David is one of those guys that like low-key he thrives in a slower played game. I think when the game's slow, I think he thrives a lot more compared to when the game is a lot more sped up. I think the French league I don't think it's known for being slow, but it's obviously not. I mean, the Premier League is one of the fastest leagues. I think Jonathan David would have struggled with the speed of the Premier League. I think he might have, but to be fair, League One's kind of fast too. Or League, I think it's pretty fast too. To be fair, I don't know. I mean, he did in the Champions League, and so yeah, like he's done it in the biggest competition. So I don't think it would have been a problem, to be honest. He was on a free and no one was going in for him. I wonder why. That's what I was saying. Like there wasn't really a bidding. I mean, well, one of the biggest things was the agent fees and his wages. That was one of the biggest things. But even before that, like I think Lille would have sold him for like 45 million euros for sure. Like he for sure would have gone for 50 million euros. I don't think that would have been a problem. So it makes me question as to why he didn't get a move sooner, honestly. I don't know. I actually have no clue. It's a weird one. Honestly, I think he would have been completely fine at like a Crystal Palace, a Fulham, bro. If he was in Brighton's system, I think he would have cooked. He would have been so good for Brighton, and I think Brighton could have flipped him for almost 100 million, 100%. He was on a free. Oh, I read that. Sorry. Wasn't here. Archer, big ups, bro. Shout out to you, Archer. Wasn't here for the start. What are the thoughts on Levy? Bro, I mean, yeah, man, like, I'm the happiest person ever. My only fear is, like, I think what's happening is Vinay Venkateshan and Peter Sherrington is going to take over the footballing side, mainly Vinay. I just kind of have a little bit of fear in terms of, like, how Vinay can do in terms of that department. But if Vinay was carrying the transfer window the past summer, then I think he'll do fine. Because I don't think the past transfer window was down to Levy. I think it was more so of like a club effort. And if that was Vinay that was doing like the majority of the work, I think we will be fine. But yeah, I mean, like I'm happy, and I thank Levy as much as I hate Levy. I thank Levy for how far he brought the club and the off the pitch stuff. But let's be real, 2 trophies, 25 years, not good enough. Do you think they will sell to a new company? I was talking about this earlier. They said that they have no intention of selling. I think it's going to take a couple of years. It's going to be a couple of years. Lewis and Enoch are shifting that the way that they operate. They hired a company in America to do like an investigation of the club. And they got a whole bunch of data and research from that. And they knew that they had to operate differently. So I think Enoch and Lewis will operate differently. And I think they'll operate for the better of Spurs. But I think it'll be a couple of years before we actually see a potential sale of the club. It won't happen right away. Thoughts on Levy leaving? I mean, yeah, bro, I'm happy about it. Like, I don't think any fan is like, and they'd be like, no, like, I'm sad he's going. Like, no, I'm happy for it. My only thing is that I actually would have liked Levy to do the business side of things, because I think off the pitch stuff, beyond say the stadium, the training pitch, I think it's excellent. One of the best owners in the Premier League at that stuff. So I would have been more happy for him to stay off as like the business side of things, but I guess Lewis and everyone thought that this would be better as a whole for him to be nowhere near the club. So I back it. Fear for me is better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Better the devil you know than the devil. Yeah, fair. There's always the reality of that. Like, it can get worse. Look at West Ham. Look at West Ham. West Ham's situation got far worse. They might get relegated this season too, to be fair. So West Ham is a perfect example of, yeah, it can get worse. For fans saying that like it can't get worse than Levy, I promise you it can get way worse than Levy. As much as we hate Levy, the reality is that we've been a consistent top 6 side for the better part of a decade. And he's taken us as far as he has. And a majority of teams like Villa's, Newcastle's, Brighton's, Palace's, they haven't even been able to break into the top 6 because of us. So say what you want about Levy, but like at least he keeps us at a sustainable level to be a big 6 club. But you want to win the biggest things, so that's where Levy is kind of not the man, because he's not going to push us on to win all the competitions, to win the Premier League. It's just not going to be him. So yeah, it can 110% get worse. There's a reality where it could get worse, but I think Spurs have enough infrastructure built up where I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. And I think even the media, as much as the media shits on us, I think that even the media, for like the whole Big Six narrative and like the global marketing and the global pull that Spurs kind of bring in, especially in Korea, I think that even the media would hate to see Spurs drop down. I think they would hate it. A couple of months ago, I saw a rumor Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboys owner, might buy. I saw that too, Archer. I saw that too. I don't know if that's true. I heard also there's like this lady from America that was also looking at buying the club, but her net worth is way too low for her ambitions. Like Spurs are worth like at least $4 billion, so it's gonna take a big bid. And the only companies that are gonna be able to pay $4 billion is, to be fair, the Dallas Cowboys owner. But with that being said, as a North American, I will say that we do not, and I mean we do not, want the Dallas Cowboys owner to be our owner of Spurs, man. The Dallas Cowboys are essentially the Tottenham Hotspur of the NFL. They are allergic to winning, and they always choke. They are legit the Tottenham Hotspur of the NFL. So, me personally, I do not want that owner to own Spurs, man. God no. God no. To be honest, the only owners I would take would be a state-run ownership. I mean, yeah, it's going to be Saudi. For me, it'd be Saudi Arabia or Qatar or one of the Arab states. I would take Qatar. Not Qatar. Wait, who would I take, actually? I would take Saudi. I think Qatar had the whole like stuff with the World Cup, so they have like a little bit of sketchy stuff, but I'd take Saudi. Who else would I take? What other Arab states are there? UAE. I take UAE. I think UAE would be sick. Dubai up in there. I don't know. Man. Let's see. But anyways, I've been going for like hour and a half now, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. To bring it full circle, yeah, Levy out. Let's freaking go. Big ups. Thank you, Daniel Levy, for your service, and good riddance. Good riddance, bro. Straight up. But yeah, stay tuned to the channel, guys. We hit 1K, so I can't thank you guys enough for helping me hit 1K, man. Big things on the way soon, and with me having 1K subscribers, I'm able to do a lot more collabs and to do like a lot more stuff within the space. So I can't thank you guys enough for that, and keep subscribing. We're gonna push to 2K, and then eventually the goal is 10K. That is the big goal, is 10K, man. So I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support, and stay tuned. I'm going to be dropping a video on the transfer window for Spurs. And, of course, it's an international break, so no Spurs this weekend. Canada will be playing, but they play at horrible times, so I will be at work. But, yeah, man, we'll be back. Stay tuned. If any news pops up, I'll be live. Video coming soon, breaking up the transfer window. And then Spurs will be back next weekend against West Ham. So, yeah, big ups to you guys. I can't thank you guys enough for all tuning in. And I'll see you guys in the next stream, man. Peace out, yo. Come on, Slade. Richarlison. Be in that number. Oh, when the Spurs go marching in.